What it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. Guys, I want to talk to you about relationships. And I want you guys to see my mindset how I approach relationships. And I think this mindset is going to not only better your relationships, but better your life. You guys have watched my videos, you see my mindset, and it's consistent all the way through, and I'm going to make it applicable into whenever it comes to you going in relationships with a woman. And for my ladies that are interested in men, and this all same applies, but please forgive me if I'm talking to my guys. I have a male audience, so shout out to all the ladies, but this all applies to y'all as well. But you guys know that I'm an avid preacher of focusing on the things that are within your control and not focusing on the things that are outside of your control. Because no matter how much attention, the amount of energy you put into something that's outside of your control, the inevitable is that you don't have no control over it. Despite how much effort or no effort you put into it, the results are going to be outside of your control. And so how are you going to respond when those results or those expectations aren't met? I.e., that's something that's out of your control. How are you going to respond when your expectation or what it is that you want in life is not met? How are you going to move forward? The first thing I want you guys to know when it comes to relationships, the foundation of it all that you must understand. You must understand it and accept this. You have to accept it for what it is. You don't have no control over changing nobody. If somebody wanted to change, if there's an individual right here that I'm right next to, this woman, and I want her to change, do I have the ability to make her change? Is that within my control? No, it's not. Whose control is it in? It's fully in her control. I am out of the equation. I can only sit back and observe. No matter how badly I want her to change, no matter how bad I see her in this way and doing this, it's all ultimately up to her. It's fully in her control and not and it's outside of my control. So what is that I'm saying is stop trying to change people. It's outside of your control. Stop having an expectation of what this person should be or what this person could be. Are they that? It is simply they are that or they're not. And if they're not, then you don't have no control of changing it. So you trying to change them to be that is a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. It's a waste it's just a waste of energy is what it is. And I've seen in myself, and I also seeing other people, we focus on trying to control the uncontrollable. We want her to do this. We want her to do that. She keeps doing this. She keeps doing that. And we consistently find ourselves in the same problem, having to address the same issues over and over and over. If you really want to solve this problem, you have to do something different because the way you've been trying to solve this problem is not working. And so for you to consistently do the same thing over and over and over, harp on the same stuff over and over and over, you're doing the same thing and you're expecting a different result. That is, my friends, is the definition of insanity. And so if you want to be something, if you want to get a different outcome, a different result, you have to do something different. So when it comes to this person wanting to change or not wanting to change or be what it is that you envision them to be and stuff like that, stop trying to change them. Stop being frustrated when they are not what you envision them of being. You don't have no control over that, bro. But you do have a control over whether or not you want to continue to associate yourself with them. Because what I'm going to tell you is that, oh, this person right here is a cheater, or this person right here is a manipulator. This person right here is an abuser, XYZ. Name it all down. That's what they do. But you want them to be something else. Do you have control over whether or not they can change or not? No, you don't. You don't. Which is why you consistently are in the same problem. Let people show you who they are and let them be who they are. Stop trying to make them something that they are not because you can't make them. Focusing on things that are outside of your control does not make your life better. If you want to make your life better, you have to focus on things that are in your control. And that is the only thing that's necessary. If you just focus on the things that are inside of your control and you change what it is that you want to change in order to make your life better, your life will get better. Because why? Because it's in your control. When we focus on things that are outside of your control, they don't make your life better. Wanting this person to change does not make your life better. Because no matter how much effort and energy you've put into this, has it made your life better? Or has it just been the same? That right there is a clear example as to why it's flawed to focus on things that are outside of your control. Stop having expectations of what people should or shouldn't do or think. Don't let it affect them. Let people be who they are. You have a decision on whether or not you choose to be around them, but that's the harder decision, right? It's easy and it's wrong to stay in a situation for comfort. Yeah, Josh, I see what you're saying. The decision, you are choosing to be with the manipulator. You are choosing to be with an abuser. You are choosing to do those things. And the reason why you are choosing this is because you think that, oh, I think that this person can change, but they haven't changed. And I'm here to tell you that if they haven't shown the willingness to change, they don't want to change. Therefore, you shouldn't worry about trying to change them. Let them be who they are. Stop letting them affect you. Because this is how they have so much power over you. They have so much power over you. They getting you so emotional. They making you feel a certain way. You're experiencing all of these negative emotions all simply because you are trying to control the uncontrollable. What you resist will persist. The more you try to resist the fact that this person is who they are, the more that it'll just persist and become even more and more evident as time goes on. And what you do is you keep giving them a pass. You keep giving them a bye. What it is that you're doing is you're lowering the standard. You are now telling this individual that if you operate at this level now, that it'll be okay for me because here I am still here. Yeah, I know I had the expectation of it being here, but when you went ahead and you allowed them to not meet this expectation and you just said, yeah, I'll go ahead and allow them to continue to proceed forward, even though they only met this expectation, even though I think this is what I'm deserving of or worthy of. And you're not flawed for thinking that you are worthy and deserving of great things in life. Do not think of yourself as somebody that's somebody that's lame and that they would tell you, oh, bro, you selfish for wanting this. You got a big ego. No, you want what you want. Do not settle, because does the best version of yourself, does that guy, does he settle? No, he doesn't settle. He gets what he wants. He wants when I think of Josh Holt as the best version of himself, whatever he wants in life, whatever standard he set forth, that is what it is, and that is what he's going to get. Because why? Because he has deemed himself as deserving of it. And who is the person that determines whether or not he's deserving? You. But in all actuality, God. God has deemed you deserving of it. And you want to know how? It's because he created you. You are his child. He created you. He made you. We are made in his image. We are made in his image. Everything that is on this planet that is worth having is yours. It is your birthright. Claim it. Step into it. Be it. Do not allow somebody to tell you that you have to accept less. That is not what the Most High does not tell you, that you have to lower your standard. The Most High says remain humble. But just because you're humble, that does not mean that you want great things in life. You can want great things in life, achieve great things in life, and still be a humble, good person that lives and walks like Jesus Christ. That walks and lives, whenever people see you, they see Jesus Christ. Stop settling. It is or it ain't. Stop lowering the standard. It's easy for you to lower the standard. But is lowering the standard, lowering the expectation, do you think that's the right decision? It's not. It's the wrong decision. It's the easy, wrong decision. What's the harder, right decision? choosing to focus on what's in your control. Instead of you trying to focus on trying to change them, focus on the decisions that you have. The decision on continuing to live alongside them, to be associated with them. You are choosing to consistently expose yourself to that. In all actuality, that is what you are doing. Consciously or unconsciously, that is what you are doing. Choose the harder right decision. Choose to focus on what you can control, and that is making the hard decision by disassociating yourself. If it ain't what you want, stop trying to make it what it is. Make it what you want. It ain't what you want. It is what it is. Stop trying to make it a banana when it's a whole freaking orange. It's an orange. It's not going to turn into a banana. It's an orange. It's showing you that it's an orange, and it will be an orange from this day and this day forth. You may wish and hope and pray that this orange turns into a banana, but it's not. You don't have any control over this orange transforming into a banana. You do have a choice on whether or not you want to choose to settle for that orange despite you wanting the banana, which is the easy wrong decision. Because if you made a decision where you feel like you settled, it's not a good feeling associated with, right? Because you see better out there and you want better, but you didn't choose that because you chose to do what was easy. You chose to settle. Why? Because you feared the unknown. Why? Because you believed you really weren't worthy of receiving that grade A banana. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop using the food analogies before somebody go ahead and try to twist my words into what I'm talking about. But better out there. You chose to settle for what you didn't want because you didn't have any belief and have faith that the one thing outside of your control is, hey, say for example, you attracting and being around the person that's meant for you. You don't have any faith and belief that you can go out there and achieve it. You don't have any faith and belief that God is going to send them to you. So you have put yourself in a position where you think it's all on you. You got to control. No. Focus on what you can control. The things that are outside of your control, you want to know what you do to it? You pray to God. You ask God to take care of it. You pray for him. But you continue to live your life and do what it is and pay attention to the signs that he's showing you. You know deep down you ain't supposed to be with this person. You know deep down the Most High has shown you more and more significant sign after significant sign. Over and over for you to finally get the freaking point that you got to do something hard. You have to make a hard decision. But even though it's hard, it's the right decision. Because having faith in the Most High to take care of the things outside of your control is the way to go. Because it's impossible to control the uncontrollable. It's impossible. Stop trying to do it. Give up on it. This is something that you can definitely give up on. Controlling something that's outside of your control. Don't try to do it. It's only just going to bring you more and more stress. That person is what they are. And that's what it will be. Stop having the expectation that they'll change. You can't want them to change more than they want to change themselves. Because no matter how much you believe they can change, if they don't believe that they can change, or if they don't believe that they should change, then they're not going to change. Focus on what you do. You have a decision to make. I say in some of my videos, do what is hard in life and then life will be easy. There is such thing as you living a life where life is at peace. Why do you believe that, if I were to disconnect myself from this person that brings me comfort, yet they're not the best thing for my life, they don't bring positive things to my life, it's always negative, chaos, and drama, I need to make the hard decision. Yeah, being with them has sure been comfortable. I've gotten used to living life like that. You got to stop fearing going through change. The change, the transformation, the limbo phase where you're in between points, you cannot fear that. You cannot deem yourself as somebody who is not capable of conquering and overcoming that. Believing that you cannot defeat that is what's going to keep you stuck. But you need to believe that you can conquer it. Believe that you will receive something better on the other side of it. That right there is having faith in the Most High, that he'll be able to take control of the uncontrollable and send what is destined to you your way. Just focus on becoming the person and focusing your energy and attention on doing the decisions that's in alignment with what it is you're trying to be. If you're trying to be the best version of yourself, at peace, not having to deal with a bunch of drama and stuff like that, then make the decisions and make the necessary changes so you can live a life like that. You're not going to be that if you're consistently having somebody that's not pushing you to be closer to that. That's actually pulling you further away from that. That's bringing you down when you're trying to be uplifted and stand up and head in a different direction. You guys know what the answer is. You know what you should do. It's just simply because you don't want to. Because you believe negatively about yourself. You believe that you don't have the capability of achieving great things. But you do. You do. Those great things are yours if you make the decisions necessary to receive it. Because you can't receive that thing that you are wanting to receive if you keep messing with the thing that's not meant for you to be with. That's going to block your blessing. All because you're scared to go and face the unknown. Well, I'm going to tell you why you fear the unknown. You think life is going to be ass. You think it's going to be terrible. You think it's going to be worse than what it is. No, it's not. Don't believe that. You believe that, oh, if I was to break up with this person or if I was to disassociate myself, my life would be negative. No, it's not. Who's telling you to believe that? Believe that as soon as I split from this person, I'm going to start feeling better. I'm going to have a negative thing that was constantly in my life that was draining me. I'm going to have it removed, and now I'm not going to start feeling drained, but I'm going to start feeling energetic. I'm going to start feeling uplifted. And then while I'm feeling like that, it's going to make me be able to perform better. And if I'm performing better, that's going to equate into better results. I now got more time, attention, and energy to focus on things that are in my control. Focus on things that are going to better my life. I can now focus more time and attention on getting into the gym. I can focus more time and energy on how to become more disciplined when it comes to sticking to my diet. I can put more focus and energy and attention onto things in order for me to make more money. I can put more focus and attention on things that's going to put me in a better financial situation. I can start putting focus and energy into things that's going to just make me a better individual. If I do these actions, I now have more time and energy to go towards these actions, and I'm going to level up, and I'm going to be better, and I'm going to be surrounded by better, and I'm going to receive better, and I'm just going to be better. Why do you not just believe that? That's the belief I had whenever I first left my last significant other. That this right here, this temporary pain will not define my journey. This will not stop me. I will overcome from this. I will recover from this. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, it may sting at first. You human, dog. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But what does it say about you if you can do tough things? That you can persevere through the pain, that you can keep going and stay focused on what you can control and stay focused on the goal and stop and not be distracted and pull it back to something and somewhere that's going to get you off the goal, that's going to take you from your path. What does that say about you? That sounds like that sounds like the best version of yourself. If you imagine the best version of yourself, that's a quality trait that they can do. The best version of yourself, the best version of myself, bro, I got that dog in me. Can't nothing hold me. Can't nothing hurt me. Oh, if it does hurt me, it can't hurt me for long. It won't hurt me for long. I will stand on top of this. I will persevere over this. This cannot stop me because I am that guy. You have to start carrying and feeling like you are the guy that you've always wanted to be. And that guy will not allow somebody to bring so much negativity to their life and consistently settle and consistently lower the standard and lower the expectation and consistently think that they don't have the abilities to go out there and be and achieve better. You can do it, bro. It's not impossible. Imagine the version of yourself that is doing it, that will overcome this, that will be able to disassociate, make the harder right decision, and continue to elevate in life. Think about that person. Imagine it. Now, I'm letting you know that imagined reality can be the reality. The only thing that will make it the actual real reality is if you believe that you can do it, that it can be the reality. That's all that it requires. Because whatever you believe in, you're right. If you believe that it's too much and that you can't ask for that and you're not worthy of it and you need to settle, okay, cool. That'll be the reality in which you live in. You will settle. You will live that reality out. But if you believe you can achieve it, if you believe you can overcome it, what are the possibilities of you actually seeing that actually in the world? It's pretty high. It all just boils down to what it is you believe. You got to stop not believing in your stuff. You got to stop counting yourself out. Don't count yourself out, bro. If you count yourself out, that will be a confirmation, a known certainty that it will not happen. The second that you say, nah, I can't do it. I can't leave him. Nah, this is the best I can do. Nah, this is it. But you need to know you're choosing to believe that. You have two options to believe in. What to believe in? You are choosing that belief. And therefore, your life will be in accordance with that. But if you believe you can achieve something great, you can be greater, it'll happen. Because the only person that needs to believe is you. That's it. It doesn't matter who does not believe in you or think, nah, I don't think you're going to get better than that, bro. Nah, I think this is the best. Nah. It matters what you believe. If you think you can do better, you will do better. You can and you will. Don't let anything try to change that thought. Do not let your faith waver. You can do it. As long as you believe in God that He can help you and show you the way and assist you, it can happen. In the past, you've tried to take it all on your own. You didn't include God in it. Look at what happens when you try to do it by yourself. You feel like it's a bit much, right? You feel like it's overwhelming, right? You feel like it's too much on your shoulders, right? I get it. Unload all of that. I'm letting you know you're carrying it for no reason. You're carrying over you're using all your energy and attention on things you ain't got no control. That's dead weight. You're carrying it. It's not going to make your life better. Offload it right now so you can move easier. Get that dead weight off of you so you can move at the pace you want to move at, so you can move and get to where you want to be. It's crazy what the mind can achieve. The mind can achieve. You ever found yourself in a situation working out with somebody that was pushing you? You had an initial belief that you couldn't, right? But they believed in you, and they didn't allow your belief to be the belief of the reality. You probably said, oh, I can only do 5 reps. They said, nah, you can do more. You can do 10. And you come into the set knowing that, oh, I can only do 5, so I'm only going to do 5. But that person doesn't allow you to do 5. They tell you keep going. They believe in you more than they believe that you believe in yourself sometimes. And sometimes they put you in a position where you ain't got no choice but to adapt. But all of a sudden, you find a way to get to 10 reps. Because your training partner or whoever it is forced you to believe what they thought they believed. They forced you to believe that, yeah, you can do 10 reps. And I'm going to make you believe it. And I'm going to make you see it. That just shows you how powerful the mind can be. That just shows you how powerful your belief can be. And now when you get up off of that set, you think you believe in that you can only do 5 reps? No, you're going to leave out that set. You're going to get up off the bench or you're going to get up out the rack knowing and believing now that you can do better. That you can get 10 reps. That's just an example. Stop. Let me be that friend that's telling you, no, you can do more. I know you can. I know you think that you're not, but I'm telling you, you can. And I know I can understand the reason as to why you're feeling this way. But what it took Josh Holt to think that way is he needed his training partner. He looked for a source to kind of pull him out of it, to change that belief. Now my belief has changed, and here I am passing the message on to you, letting you know that I am not here to set you up for failure. I don't have to do this. I don't do this routinely just for my sake. You think I'm getting on here to I don't do this just for my health. I do this because it's true and it's a way for you to get your life better. But you can only get your life better if you make the decision to make it better. I can't make it happen for you. I can believe in you, but if you don't get on board with what I believe in, that you can and that you will consistently live in the reality that you don't want to live in. I'm telling you to what you have to do if this is what you desire. And it's going to be hard. I understand it. It's going to be hard. And there may be times where you feel like you cannot do it. But I'm here to tell you that you can. The reason why you feel like you can't do it is because you choose to feel like you can't do it. Choose to feel the other way. If you go into a football game or if you go into a matchup against somebody where you're going into competing, what is the likelihood of you losing if you think you're going to lose? If you believe you're going to lose, the likelihood is high. If you believe you're going to step in like, man, I don't know, this may be pretty hard. This may be tough. I may not know exactly. I don't think I can do this. The likelihood of you not succeeding is going to be high. That is going to be your reality. And it's in tune with what your belief. But let's look at your belief if you thought you could win. If you think you can win, if you believe you can win, like, oh yeah, I got this. Oh yeah, I can do this. Coming into it like that, what's the possibility of you succeeding? What's the possibility of you actually winning? It's high. I just make those two comparisons all just to point out this one similarity. Whatever it is that you believe in, you'll be right. You will be right. So if you choose to believe that you can't do it and you can't, and you'll have to settle and you constantly have to leave, go ahead. If you believe that, yep, it's true. But if you believe that you can change, if you can believe that you can be better, that you can receive better, be around better, then it'll happen. You have to make the hard decision and choose to believe. And when it comes to believing, it requires faith. Believing in it despite it not actually being here. Believing in it when you can't see it. That's what faith is. That's why they say walk by faith, not by sight. Jesus performed miracles for the people that had faith in him. Jesus went to his hometown. You can look this up in the Bible. Go on AI, look it up. Jesus went to his hometown and did not perform many miracles there. Why? Because they didn't have faith. They looked at him as an ordinary man and they believed that he could not do what he could do. And that is what became reality. He didn't do he became he became what they thought he was. He did what they thought he was. He didn't perform any miracles there because they looked at him and said, we know who you are. You are an ordinary man. You cannot be this man filled with so much power. But think about the ones that chased after Jesus, that had the belief that and had the faith that he could do it. And they persevered and they consistently seeked him out. They didn't go away. Look up at some stories about some people that were seeking Jesus. That even though he walked past them, they still chased him. He double backed and he blessed him. True story. It's in the Bible. Use AI, use Google to look it up. Fact check what I'm saying. But Jesus, God, he will give you everything that you could have ever imagined, that you could have ever wanted. He'll do that for you. But the buy-in for it is having the faith that he can do it. And that is going to require you to make a hard decision, to choose to believe despite you not being able to see it. And that is what I'm telling you to do, is to believe. As long as you believe, the possibility of it happening is going to be extremely high, as opposed to you counting yourself out. Already you're deeming yourself as unworthy. Therefore, you're not going to have faith. Therefore, you're not going to ask God. Then it will not happen for you. It's as simple as that. And so, I hope this video helps. I hope this video is simple enough for you to understand what decisions you need to make in your life. So, that's all I got for y'all boys. Before y'all go, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'ma holla at y'all.